How's it going, guys? Sorry about the lack of videos that I've been posting lately. Grad school has really been kicking my ass. But I'm going to finish what we started back in October with Scruffy Spooktober specials, and then I will have a bunch of brand new videos for you guys. So, without any further ado, let's continue on the top 10 most evil players I've ever faced list. Starting today's list off at number 6, we have the Dark 394 Knight. This is somebody I matched up with as recently as a few months ago. And that may not sound very recent, but in the span of me playing Mortal Kombat, it's actually pretty recent. It was actually, 2 months ago? Yeah, just looking at my video, 2 months ago was the last time I played this person. They're this Katana / Melina player who I actually didn't think was that bad of a player. After our first matchup together, I hopped on the mic and actually said GG's and gave them advice on how to actually beat my Raiden. And in return, I got just a barrage of yelling and screaming, which turned into me just starting to troll them. They also messaged me at the end of each match, talking about how I'm cheating and everything I'm unfair. But whenever I ask how I'm cheating, the response is always just nothing. They leave me on red. They ghost, because they know that they're just salty they lost. So that's what lands this person at the number 6 spot. Coming up next at number 5, we have none other than the infamous Galactica Silva. Now, this guy you guys probably recognize because he shows up in a lot of my videos, and I have played this guy so many times that it has gotten annoying at this point. Anyways, this guy is your typical spammer. He pretty much only plays RoboCop. Sometimes after I beat him, his RoboCop, he'll switch to either Spawn or Scorpion. And I think even once Frost, but not that often. Anyways, this guy spends the entire game running away, spamming projectiles, and you zoning defenders out there, yes, zoning is spamming, because you're just running away, repeatedly doing the same move over and over. Unfortunately for him, I am the expert at beating zoners, so I'm able to beat him pretty much every time. I think I lost maybe our second matchup ever. Other than that, I've beaten him every time. But the thing that makes this guy toxic isn't just the zoning, it's that he will trash talk on the mic during the game, normally just coming up and making childish noises or laughing, and then he will teabag as he's running away. In the few games that the few rounds he's won, he'll teabag at the end of the round. And whenever he's about to lose the game, he unplugs his PlayStation so that it doesn't count as a loss for him. And this happens every time I play him. And I've played this guy so many times that he is my nemesis in Combat League. Now, I have not matched up against him in a long time, because either he stopped playing, or that because I don't play as often as I used to, I just don't hit the misery of matching up with him. And that is why this guy lands at our number 5 spot. At number 4 is a name you should all recognize. If you didn't recognize the last guy, you definitely remember this guy. Joe Spanna, aka Joe Spamma. This guy is another one who's my nemesis in Combat League, and I have matched up against an annoyingly amount of times. But what makes this guy different is how he spams. He'll sit there mashing down one over and over again. He'll do the weirdest moves to spam that don't even really make sense, moves that are punishable, moves that really don't do anything. So this guy is just a really weird spammer to me. I matched up to him in the early days of my Combat League, and I've matched up to him in my later days in the Combat League, and it's just amazing how this guy has not gotten better. I've seen other people's streams, recent streams, where they face this guy, and he plays the exact same way. This guy has had the game for a while, and he doesn't do any combos, he just spams special moves over and over. And somehow he gets to either God or Elder God every year in Combat League, or every season in Combat League. Which just goes on to prove more what I always say, is that Combat League rank isn't based on skill, it's based on the amount of games you play. And just that this guy spams the way he does, and the amount of times I run into him, makes him this evil. You've had the game for how long, and you haven't learned anything. So, just because of the amount of times I run into him, how they've never gotten any better, and how that they can actually get high in Combat League ranks to give them that sense of they're actually good at the game, is going to land our friend Joe Spamma here at number 4. Rounding out today's video, we have the Henchman coming in at number 3. So, the first time I matched up with this guy, he was under the gamer tag Simple Jack, and this is a video from a long time ago, actually, probably over 2 years, where I matched up with him, played him. He wasn't a bad player. Mind you, he wasn't great, but he wasn't bad either. The match ended, I ended the set, there was no teabag, fatality, brutality, anything like that, just ended the set and left. I ended up playing a different game with one of my buddies. Maybe 20 minutes later, the dude messages me on PlayStation saying I'm a scrub, I'm trash at Mortal Kombat, and that he wants rematch. At this point, I'm playing another game, and I said, no, if I run into you again in Mortal Kombat, that's another rematch, but I'm playing a different game right now. Flash forward a few years later, I match up against him again, but this time he's the Henchman. Again, I beat him, Fujin versus Sub-Zero, and in the middle of the match, he pulled out his mic and starts saying I play like a scrub, that I'm carried. Mind you, a lot of people think Fujin is broken, but this guy's playing Sub-Zero, who is definitively more broken than Fujin, and I will argue that to my grave. Anyways, he's just trash talking and sending me a whole sorts of messages again, saying I'm a scrub and trash, and then he wants a rematch, blah blah blah. I match up with him a third time in Combat League, and that was the set he ended up winning. Dude hopped onto the mic and was all sorts of angry after the first set, even though he won. So the first match of the set he won, he was trash talking, like, yeah, that's right, you're a scrub, I just proved you're a scrub, blah blah blah. And he ended up beating me, teabagged at the end, started trash talking some more. Now, I think the greatest part about this guy is I matched up against him again and beat him. He hopped on the mic saying he's going to expose me if I post our set. And what is he going to expose me of? He says he's going to expose me for being a racist. Now, I'll let that sink in for a minute. I have a video posted up here 10 months ago. It's labeled Jussie Smollett of MK11 Cries and Makes Excuses. After the dude beat me and started teabagging, I hopped on the mic and said he was, he's carried by Sub-Zero and he's trash and he has no room to talk, blah, blah, blah. And so he started messaging me nonstop, and I got tired of it, and I messaged him back like, you know what, I'm sorry I trash talk. I'm just trying to stop getting my phone blown up with messages. And he tried to use that as leverage of, oh, he apologized for trash talking, so it's proof that he called me racial slurs, which I actually never did. He, on his channel, posted a video of me supposedly calling him racial slurs, but there was such backlash from even his fan base that he had to delete the video. And this guy just being a scrub, trash-talking, teabagging, and trying to get my channel shut down by accusing me of racism puts him at our number 3 spot. Now that is all we have for today. I'm glad to be back posting some videos, and don't worry guys, we'll have a lot more coming in the following days, and even tomorrow I'll have the final two of the most evil characters I've ever played in Mortal Kombat 11 Online. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.